So that leads me to my icebreaker question. We usually do trivia, but I guess I've been wrong on all the trivia questions recently, so I'm kind of glad that we're not doing trivia. I'm just curious, what lab grown diamonds? It sounds like something from a 60s horror movie or something. What are these lab grown diamonds? What's that all about?
I'll take this as a graduate gemologist. So, a lab grown diamond is a diamond, but it is grown in a lab. It comes from a seed crystal. And basically, we've been able to create lab grown gems for over 100 years,
Oh,
starting
wow.
with colored stones. We were able to create lab grown diamonds or artificially created diamonds, if you will, for industrial grade uses because diamond is the hardest structure to mankind. But we didn't know how to make them jewelry grade with fine color and clarity. Within the last 10 years, technology has advanced enough, and lab grown diamonds were introduced to the market about 10 years ago.
Okay.
In the last, and actually, funny enough, when they were introduced, they cost more than natural.
Oh,
A
wow.
1 carat lab was actually more expensive at the time than a natural 1 carat diamond. Over the last few years, the lab grown diamonds have exploded. So much so that 50% of all engagement ring sales now are with lab grown.
Hmm.
The lab grown diamonds are become not only, well, to compare them to natural diamonds, excuse me, I'll go back. They are chemically diamond, they are physically diamond. They test as diamond on a diamond tester. They will have the same clarity characteristics as natural. The only difference is that they have to go under very, very, very high quality equipment to differentiate between the natural and the lab. So a graduate gemologist like myself, I can put this thing under my own microscope and I can't tell.
Wow.
It is crazy. The biggest difference is value. These are made. They are not rare like a natural diamond. Natural diamonds take millions of years to create a diamond under very high heat and very high pressure in the Earth's magma layer, and then they come up to the surface. There are different ways. Lab grown diamonds are grown in 30 days under the same high pressure, high temperature conditions in a lab, and we make them. They come out VS clarity, by color, and they are everywhere and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars less expensive. Even in the last year, the prices for lab grown diamonds have dropped dramatically simply because there's a glut and we have so many of them, but they're also very popular. So it's become a very nice option for people that want something larger but don't want to spend the money of what a natural diamond will cost. So it's really been revolutionary to our industry, but also provides a lot of questions and a lot of scary scenarios for insurance companies.
I bet.
Well, I have one question about that, and I'm sorry for delaying us a little bit longer before we get to the scenario, but I'm wondering, as these lab diamond growing companies get better and better and better, do you think they'll ever reach a point where there is no way to tell the difference no matter how fancy of equipment you have?
No. You diamond side by side, can't tell the difference. Put a diamond tester on it, can't tell the difference. The lab grown diamonds all have one thing in common with a natural diamond that only 5% of natural diamonds have, which is that they're type 2AB. And Dana can explain a little bit more about it, but it's what is present in less than 5% of natural diamonds has to be present in all lab grown diamonds. And that can't go away. That is what our testers are telling us. And so there will always be that one tool, but that equipment that detects that type 2AB, which I think is a presence of nitrogen. Dan, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That equipment initially was 20,000, then was 10,000. So it's very expensive. It's not like every jeweler would have it. A lot of appraisals have been written, and somebody brought a lab grown piece of jewelry to a an appraiser, and without that equipment, it would have tested diamond. However, ethically, all lab-grown diamonds should have a laser inscription on the girdle that says LG or lab or some sort of indication. So most appraisers would be looking for that as another signal. We have seen that missing.
Oh,
We have directly from a vendor who is selling a lab grown, not even accidentally through a claim. We have seen that inscription missing. So the catch that wasn't even there. So yeah, it's risky.
It's a lot of the times a tell when you have larger lab grown stones that there is a number on the girdle, like Ali said, and some manufacturers are getting away with that for ethical. They'll just stamp a mounting with the letters LG and not touch the lab grown diamond. And I've actually, from a very, very well known vendor that serves many, many, many jewelry stores across the country, I noticed it in a piece of earrings that I bought from this particular vendor, and I drove myself crazy looking for the inscription. I was selling them as a lab grown. They were priced as lab grown, but what would happen if they were not stamped lab grown and my client decided to do an unethical thing, which God forbid, I don't even want to, I don't even think about that.
yeah.
So it alarmed me very much. And I called the company out for even, putting in the position of not being full disclosure on that particular stone. And the excuse was that they were imported from India. And that's just how the Indian manufacturer was selling these particular stones. But it is an amazing change to the industry, and we're adapting to it, and how the insurance industry adapts as well to covering these pieces. Again, when you have the market that's all over the place, where the diamond costs have dropped for lab dramatically, it's and retail stores are all over the place as well, trying to recover profits on something where the cost now for them greatly outweighs what they are selling for.